they've implemented a newborn screening test. So as an infant, he was tested. Ewan had severe loss in both ears. That moment when we got that diagnosis was difficult. It was kind of shock and disbelief, and all I could think of was he hasn't heard me all the times I've told him that I love him.
We were so devastated by the news. Of us, I think, were depressed. It's our first time in the family. They don't know really what's the cause of it. We're just so shocked. The first few months was really a big struggle for us.
When we first found out about Leah's hearing loss, we were at the hospital. I mean, we knew something was up with her hearing at about 1 year old, but then this just finally confirmed it.
My little girl was asleep, and that's it. I'm looking at this little child. They've just told me that she can't hear.
Leah was also diagnosed pretty late. We didn't get the cochlear implant till she was 2. You know, after the cochlear implant, it took a good year to hear, so she lost 3 years of hearing.
The first day that we went to the center, I was so nervous and really had to force myself to go. You know, but we stepped foot inside those doors, and it was just this beautiful, warm, welcoming place.
When I founded the center, what we wanted to do with the parents is help them realize that their child could have a wider world if they had the ability to speak, which the majority of people in society do.
When I meet with the families of babies and they come here for the first time, they don't even know what to ask, and they are in shock, and they don't even know where to begin. What I do tell them is, you don't have to know the details right now, but you need to know that everything is possible for your child.
Ewan attended the center as an infant, and we went for one-on-one therapy sessions with an auditory verbal therapist. He continued there until he was about 3, and then he attended the preschool class at the center and the pre-kindergarten class as well.
What was the boy's name? Jack.
Leah started at 2 years old in the auditory verbal program before the school level, and she went once a week for intense 1-hour therapy sessions with a speech pathologist. And then when she turned 3, she started at the preschool and went every day for 6 hours a day.
I was so happy. That's why I said that just like I discovered a jewel for him, because I was so satisfied with what the center is doing for him.
Good job, Maria.
A lot of people don't understand. It's not just about the ear, but it's about the brain that's doing all the processing for listening. And so if we can find a pathway to the auditory cortex of the brain, then they can learn to listen. And whether that's with a cochlear implant or hearing aids and the kind of teaching that we do, if we can get the information to the brain, then amazingly, profoundly deaf children can learn to listen.
You know what that noise was?
What?
It was an ice cream truck.
Ice cream truck? Can we go get some ice cream?
The teachers at the center are not only qualified, but they are incredibly dedicated to the kids. I mean, they do whatever it takes to help those kids to learn to listen and to speak.
Leah so enjoyed going there every day. And I think the way they are there just really made her want to go, and they welcomed her every day and just helped her so much.
The center changed our life, our way of thinking, our hope. We can dream whatever we want for him to be, even though he's got hearing loss.
70% of our funding comes from government funding. That leaves 30% that needs to be raised. Without this funding, we wouldn't be able to provide the services for these children.
Donors, by giving to the center, are enabling children with hearing losses move through the stages of no language, not really listening, and not being able to speak, to going through that process and being able to become fully functioning members of society. And I can't think of anything more exciting than watching those children knowing that what will happen and what you've helped happen.
It's not like we're searching for the cure. We have figured it out. We know what we're doing, and it works. And so an investment in doing this is an investment in something that is tried and true.
The center has absolutely changed Ewan's life. And not only changed Ewan's life, but has changed our life as a family. They really have changed his path, and we're so thankful.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, Ewan.